Yo, what it do, squad? It's your boy Geek Samurai. I'm coming to you back with another video, man. Now, in this video, I want to talk about the Invisible Man movie review. I'm going to do my whole full spoiler talk. Now, I know this movie came out last weekend, but I didn't get a chance to see it. I've been working. I've been in school. I finally went and saw it yesterday, and I'm telling you, man, I'm giving you my full review for this movie because I loved it. Loved it. It's currently, in the box office, it's currently #1 as far as, box office ratings, numbers. It is a 91% on Rotten Tomatoes right now. And 91. And it's #1 because it came at $28.3 million. It made more than that from last weekend, but that's just what I'm seeing here on Rotten Tomatoes. This movie was fantastic. From Elizabeth Moss, man, all the way to Oliver Jackson Cohen, who plays Adrian. I love Elizabeth Moss. She's the MVP of this movie, man. Her emotions, every time she was crying, every time she had tears in her eyes and showing that she's scared of this guy. She's scared. And this is based off of like true facts of reality. Women are always afraid of their boyfriends or their husband because they're controlling, they're manipulative, narcissistic type of men. You know what I'm saying? Women are supposed to be seen, not heard. They're being controlled. They're being, you know what I'm saying? This is how you're supposed to look when we go out together. This is how I want you in bed. This is how I want you. I'm going to put a baby in you. And that's what this guy, Oliver Jackson Cohen, played. He played Adrian Griffith. That was his character. He was a narcissistic boyfriend who made all the money. And if I'm making all the money, I could tell you what to do. I could tell you where to go. I could tell you what to wear. Crazy. So one night she decided to pick up her stuff. She planned it all out. She planned it out to a science. She's trying to get away from this guy. She called her sister Emily, and Emily was played by Harriet Dyer. And I've seen her in other movies too. I can't pin it right now, but she's been in other movies too. But she was planning. Elizabeth Moss' character was planning all along to get away from her boyfriend, who's just a tyrant. She packed her bags one night. She drugged him, though, with, I think, this medication called diazepam. She drugged him, 5 milligrams of that. She probably put like 100. Drugged him one night. Finally was able to get the courage to get all of her bags, get all of her clothes, leave her dog, or his dog, Zeus, behind. Zeus loved her, but Zeus didn't like him. Leave the dog behind, and she finally just hopped over, got out the house. The dog butt hit the car, set off the alarm. The owner, Adrian, finally woke up, but she was finally able to climb over the walls of that house, over like this stone fence or this stone wall, go through the woods, and she was able to get into the car that her sister Emily was able to get into. And let me tell you, Emily was right on first. I call her Cece. Her name is Cecilia, but Elizabeth Moss' character, Cecilia, Cece, she was looking for her sister. Like, where you at? Where you at, Emily? Where you at? Finally, Emily pulls up. Cece gets into the car, and they looking around, and all of a sudden, you see Adrian come out of the woods, and he's banging on the window. Get out the car, get out of the car. Punches the glass, and then Emily drives off. How long does it take you to pull off? How long does it take you to drive? Are you kidding me, bro? She finally get out. It's been like what, maybe like 5 or 6 months later. Now we see Cece at her friend's house. Now she's staying at a friend's house named James Laner, played by Aldous Hodge. Now, this must be the boyfriend or whatever to Emily. I don't know if they're husband and wife. This romance or whatever, this love interest between Emily and James wasn't really that strong in the movie. But I guess Elizabeth was hiding out there at his house, staying with the daughter. The daughter's name is Sydney Laner, played by Storm Reed. And I guess, she was staying there trying to hide out because she didn't know if Adrian was still stalking her, trying to find out where she lived, where did she move. Come to find out through her sister that Adrian had died. So apparently it was a suicide. Now come to find out, Adrian has a brother named Tom Griffin, played by Michael Dorman. And this dude, this is where it gets really good in the movie because he reaches out to Emily and reaches out to freaking Cece, and they have a sit down. And now all of a sudden, the brother tells Emily that Adrian died. He committed suicide. His body was found dead. Come to find out that it was Tom all along. And we're going to get later into that. It was Tom all along who was plotting and scheming. It's both of them. It's the brothers. But at this point, they sit down. There's a will and testament that he was reading off to Cece and Emily. This is what Tom was reading. This is the last will and testament that Adrian was leaving behind. But he, lo and behold, he was giving his money. It was $5 million. He was giving it to Emily. It was all hers so that he could watch her and he could use. We're going to get into it. So the money was given to her. And after that, she was like, I don't want his money. I don't want nothing from him. He was a freaking narcissist. He was freaking tyrant. He was controlling. I want nothing to do with him. But she was happy to take that $5 million though. Happy to take that money though. Emily didn't want the money. She didn't want nothing. All she wanted was her sister to have peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? So she took the money. The money was the transfer. She put her bank account. She put everything on. She signed away on the paper, on the dotted line. All that money was going to be sent into her funds. She was going to get like $100,000 a month. What? I would kill for that. Kill for that. So that's what she was getting. But lo and behold, between Tom and Adrian, they both were going to be watching her because later on in the film, I don't know, Cece, she's still paranoid. She still thinks somebody's watching her. And lo and behold, Adrian was in that suit. Now, he was a tech whiz or a tech geek. He was, I guess, a tech engineer. He made his own invention. So he came up with his optics where he has cameras. It's a bodysuit that has cameras all over the suit and mirrors. And he could turn himself invisible. So he faked his own death so he could get into that suit to watch her at all times. And the brother and Adrian, Tom and Adrian both were conspiring against Cece the whole time. The whole time. So now when Emily gets back to James's crib with her daughter, Sydney, she's telling him, oh, I got money now. I'm going to get wine. I'm going to get dressed. Don't worry. You're going to go to fashion school. Talking to the daughter, Sydney. You're going to fashion school. I'm going to be putting money into your account. Here's $10,000 to start you off on your school. And I'm going to be putting that same amount in your account every month. She was all good. Her life was, she felt like she was relieved to finally get rid of this dude. No. Because now we see at nighttime when she's sleeping when she's sleeping in James' daughter's room, Cece's in the room sleeping with Sydney. We see the covers come off. There's a phone being taken pictures of both of them sleeping. All of a sudden, Cece wakes up and she's grabbing for the sheet. She's grabbing for the blanket. And all of a sudden, she sees footprints on the sheet. So she's screaming and tugging and pulling. Somebody's in the room and she doesn't even know what's going on. She's losing her mind. Every time she's going to take a shower, you see the handprint on the shower door. Every time she's, in her room going through the clothes, she feels like there's somebody breathing down her neck. She'll go outside. She's taking a cold breath. She's breathing in the cold air and breathing out. And then all you see is just another cold breath right next to her breathing out. That was Adrian the whole time, squad. That was Adrian. Yes, Tom was in the suit later on. That's the plot twist. Tom was actually conspiring because now we get into the point where this invisible man is freaking her out. We see one point where the invisible man is actually standing right next to the daughter, Sydney, and punches her. Sydney gets freaked out. She's screaming for her dad, James. Come in here, James. Cece hit me. Cece hit me. Lo and behold, it was Adrian the whole time that punched the daughter. I don't know how Adrian found out where Cece was staying. I guess it was through the sister Emily because Adrian and Tom was probably stalking the sister Emily to see if Cece was staying with her, where she's staying at. And when finally Emily reached out to James and went over to his house, that's where they found the invisible man. The invisible men found out exactly where she was staying, where Cece was staying. It's crazy. It's crazy how they feel it. So we finally see, that the invisible man sent out an email he was portraying Cece, and he sent an email to her sister Emily saying, oh, you should be the one that dies, not Adrian. I don't want to have nothing to do with you. I don't care about you. Forget you. You're dead to me. Now, Emily reaches out to freaking Cece, and she said, how can you say that? Because Cece's freaking out. So not Cece. Emily goes over to Cece goes over to Emily's house, and she's there looking for her and saying, yo, I got something to tell you. Adrian is not dead. Adrian's still alive. Emily's like, yo, why are you coming over here? You told me that you don't want nothing to do with me. And you think I'm only trying to hang around you and be around you for your money? I don't want none of that. I don't want none of that $5 million. So Cece's like, what are you talking about? I didn't send you no email. I didn't send you nothing. What are you talking about? So come to find out, Emily doesn't want nothing to do with Cece. It's over. It's one and done. So Cece goes back to James's house, pulls up her laptop, and sees the email. The invisible man sent Emily that email, showing her to stay away from Cece. That's when we find that the invisible man knows where Cece is, because he found the email. He sent the email, and I guess he used the IPS address from her laptop to locate where she's staying. This guy's a tech whiz. He's a hacker. He knows how to get in and out of the systems online using your IP address or your phone that has a GPS in it. This guy is smart, bro. Smart. And I just love the plot twist that it was a brother that she revealed wearing the suit at the end, making her think that Adrian didn't do it because Adrian was locked in his house. He was locked in a wall in the basement of his house, claiming that it was his brother. Nah, Adrian, you did that. So the plot twist was Tom portrayed his brother, thinking that, making it seem like Cece's freaking out that Adrian is still alive wearing the suit, but it was Tom that was tormenting her. But I feel like Adrian was in the suit first in the beginning, that was tormenting her throughout the house. Then they switched off bodies. Adrian told Tom to tie me up, lock me in this thing. You wear the suit, you get framed. She finds out who you are. She kills you, put 5 bullets in you. Because now, lo and behold, we get to a point now that she's in the psych ward because she meets up with Emily and tries to, reconnect and ask for forgiveness. And lo and behold, I believe Adrian was in the suit when he found her in the restaurant with her sister Emily and took that knife and slit her throat and put the knife in Cece's hand, killing Emily. Yo, that was crazy. All of a sudden, you see San Francisco police pin her down and put her in a mental psych ward. It was crazy how they plotted. And both brothers were switching off wearing the suit, watching her in that psych ward, doping her up with the same medication that she gave Adrian to escape. Now, she was taking birth control at this time, trying to sneak behind because Adrian wants to have a baby and she's trying to escape. I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't want no baby with you. What do you mean? Get out of here. So she was taking birth control pills behind his back. And you think he's stupid? You think he didn't know? He knew. So he would actually put something else in her to knock her out. And I guess he raped her or whatever when she was sleeping, never ever knew that she was pregnant. Because when she went for a job interview later on in the movie, she went for a job interview at this place called Ruler. It was an architect firm because she's an architect. All of her plans, all of her facades, elevations, nothing was in her actual briefcase. So, and she was drugged up. He drugged her before she went for that job. He didn't want her to get a job so she could start her own life. She passes out in the job interview. That's when she ends up in the psych ward because she went and got blood work done. And we come to find out later on in the movie that she actually is pregnant by Adrian's baby. Craziness, bro. Craziness. So now we get to the part where she's trying to escape the psych ward. She finds Tom, kills him, thinking that it was Adrian this whole time, because now we think at this point Adrian is trying to get to her. Adrian's trying to go back to the house to kill the little daughter, Sydney. So Cece gets on the phone, calls James, said, get to the house, get to the house. This dude, Adrian, he's wearing the suit. He's wearing the suit. It's an invisible suit. I saw him, and now he's on camera because people have actually seen him. Security guards actually caught him on tape wearing this suit. So I have witnesses now. We see him go to the house, and Sydney's there in the house by herself, sleeping in the room. She has her spray. I don't know why her dad as a cop give her a spray, pepper spray to try it. Well, it actually worked because she sprays the dude, Adrian, at the time. Adrian, which was actually Tom, she sprays him in the eyes. He knocks over the furniture or the desk in the room, and she runs out the room. Sydney runs out the room, frightened, scared as shit. And now her dad comes home. She's actually getting choked out in the hallway in the house. The dad comes in, and now he's actually like looking, yo, what the hell's going on? What's going on? And finally, we see Adrian or Tom get off of the daughter, beating up the officer, beating up the cop, beating up James, getting his ass beat. The daughter's screaming, and here comes CC out of nowhere with a fire extinguisher, sprays his ass, and then puts rinses 5 bullets in him, rinsing him in a blood seed, fucks him up, puts him down, takes off the mask. It was Tom. It was Tom that was all along. And now this is where we see Adrian being found by the cops. The police officers did an investigation. They got a warrant, searched his house, Adrian's house, found him in a basement. That's where he was tied up. His brother did it. So now Adrian is reaching out to Cece. Come meet up with me. Let's have dinner. I want to ask for forgiveness. I want us to start over. Now that I know that you're pregnant. Now I know that you have my baby. Nah, but Elizabeth Moss, Cece wasn't having it. So she came up with a plan with the detective James to get back at this guy. She's wearing a wire. She's all dressed up. She got her nice hair. She got lipstick on. She's wearing a black dress. Adrian already got food to wine and dine with her and prepare for her. She goes over there and she's telling him, tell me the truth. Tell me the truth so I can have peace of mind. Just let me know. Now, James is actually in a car listening through the wire, listening on a headset, trying to see if he can get a confession out of freaking Adrian. We want to admit that he killed, or he tried to kill Elizabeth. He put on the suit. He created the suit. Let's go. He's trying to kill her. So he has the food set up. He has music. He don't have music playing, but you know, he got food on the dining room table, talking to her, saying, I miss you. I need you. I can't live without you. I don't know what I would do without you. The guy's lying out of his teeth, bruh. Lying out of his teeth. So he's trying to like reconcile with her, reconnect with her, confide in her, confess to her that I need you. Now that you're having this baby, let's start over. Let's you know what I'm saying? Let's do this right. Craziness, y'all, craziness. So we come to find out that, yo, she just wants a confession. Please let me know. Let me know right now so I can have a peace of mind. Were you in that suit the whole time that you were, you know, watching me and stalking me? And he's like, nah, that was my brother. What are you talking about? She didn't believe him. So she said, let me go freshen up. I'll be right back. Yo, because we found out before that the cops invaded the house. She went to the house, found the suit earlier in the movie. Midway, I think in Act 2 of the movie. She found his suit, took it down, hid it somewhere. Then she said, now we get to the present day where she's actually going to go to the bathroom to freshen up. She puts on the suit, and on camera, she turned the camera towards the dining room table. So she's wearing the suit, and he's out there waiting for her to come back. Takes the knife, and he's trying to stop her. But it looks like in the camera that he committed suicide and cut his own throat. He ended up bleeding on the floor. She comes back and looks in the camera. Her body's in the camera. She's crying, calling 911. Then she backs away from the camera and looks at him as he's bleeding out and dies on the freaking floor. And that is the freaking twist, bruh. That's the ending. She got payback and killed him with his own suit. Killed him with his own suit. And he's looking at her evil while he's bleeding out, dying. Now you know that he's giving her this evil look. You know all along that he was lying the whole time about his brother, locking him up, tying him up, and putting him in the basement. This dude was going to try still manipulate her and control her and lie to her and make it seem like he's a good guy. Yo, and that's the summary of this entire film. I-Squad, I'm telling you, go see this movie. Go see this movie. It was fantastic. If you love thrillers, if you love horror, this movie is great. I told y'all from my last video, I'm a diehard fan of Elizabeth Moss. She did Handmaid's Tale, she did Us, and now she did The Invisible Man. This is one of the original movies that was supposed to come out with this dark universe that failed miserably. The Mummy was the first movie, and then we were supposed to get The Invisible Man. Every monster was gonna have their own movie, and then they were gonna have a shared universe like the MCU. But it failed miserably. The Mummy bombed. Tom Cruise, just because Tom Cruise is a big name, and Sophia Boutella, and you have all these other people, and Russell Crowe. Just because you have these big movie stars in this movie doesn't mean the movie's going to be great. Doesn't mean you could start a dark universe. Doesn't mean you could be like the MCU. Everybody's trying to be like the MCU. Just make good films, man. Make good films like this movie. The Invisible Man was fantastic. There's no connection to another movie. You don't see other actors crossing over from one movie into the next movie to show the continuity. Just make a good film like The Joker. Come on, man. Like Jojo Rabbit. Now, The Invisible Man was a fantastic movie. I'm telling you, I love this cast. Go see this movie. Go see this movie, squad. I recommend it highly. And like I said, it's 91 certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. It is fantastic, and I love it to death. All right, squad, I'm about to get up out of here. I wanted to give y'all my full spoiler review. Go see this movie, support this movie. Hopefully it can make the money back, because you know Blumhouse is the producer of this film, and you know he usually do like $10 million budget films, maybe $50 million. He would never put $100 million into a film, because it most likely wouldn't make his money back. Because a lot of people, you know, they go see horror, but only around Halloween, October time, not all year long. So put $5 million, $10 million, maybe $20 million into the movie, and watch that movie double its profits. This movie's probably, hold on, I could check right now. Let me go on Box Office Mojo, and see what this movie is trending at right now worldwide. Because I'm telling you, Invisible Man, this movie is fantastic. And squad, y'all already know I love horror movies like crazy, yo. I love horror movies to death. All right, so let's see what this movie's tracking at right now. So right now, okay, from the latest weekend, and this is the same results that I see on freaking Rotten Tomatoes. It's at $28.2 million worldwide right now. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Or at least that's domestically. Let me check. Worldwide. So worldwide, this movie has made $61 million worldwide. That is not bad. And I think the budget for this film was like, what, $20 million? Let me see what the budget was. Well, anyway, it doesn't tell me. But domestically, it made $41 million, and internationally, it made $20 million, coming to $61 million worldwide. That's still good. That is still good. I don't know what the production budget was for this film, but I'm telling you, a lot of people are giving good buzz. And I'm telling you, if this movie has legs and it's good word of mouth, people are going to flock to this movie. If there's nothing else to see, nobody's going to see Onward. Nobody's going to see The Way Back with Ben Affleck. If you're into basketball, maybe, but I don't think that movie is going to make that money. People are going to go see this movie, and it's going to come number one this weekend. I went to go see it, so I'm trying to put my money, my hard-earned paycheck, I'm trying to put that into the mix. I'm trying to put that into the box office to hopefully my little money made some money back for this, made this money grow. So squad, go flock and see this movie, man. I'm telling you, it is A1, it is straight fire, and I loved it. I'm about to get up out of here. Y'all already know what to do. Hit that post notification bell for your boy. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Let me know if y'all saw this movie. Hashtag The Invisible Man and comment that in the comment section below. I will see it, I will read it, and I will like it. And also, before I get up out of here, y'all already know what to do again. Like, subscribe, and share to Geek Samurai TV. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.